good thing you're here. You can actually be part of this video. It is the end of 2023, which means that it's time to go over the goals that I had set for myself at the beginning of the year. How many of them did I hit? How many of them did I miss? Who knows? And let's plan for 2024 as well, because I got some ideas in mind of things that I want to do, but we need to keep it realistic. And I've got Healy here to, tell me whether I'm being dumb or not.
Keep this man humble.
Obviously.
On God, for real. I don't think I was here at 2023, but your like roadmap like a couple months ago, I think I was in that stream as well.
I don't know.
I'm actually just like his content manager now, you guys.
Paul's doing the timestamps now.
Yeah, I love it when creators actually put timestamps on their videos.
You and me both.
The first expectation we're gonna limit, being able to pull something up on his screen. I don't think that goal is gonna get hit.
Hey, it's a work in progress, okay? We're getting there. Why am I not able to open this PNG? Okay. There we go.
Come on, maybe before the Eagles game starts.
Might not happen. All right, so full goals for the year last year. First one was to diversify my content. And the meaning behind that was like, put yourself back in like early 2023 shoes. TikTok was possibly getting banned. There was like a lot of worry about what was gonna like happen with that on the social media front. I'm not gonna lie, I panicked a little bit and thought that they might all be going downhill. So I was like, okay, I need to swap up a little bit and focus on YouTube, at least partially. And I think it's safe to say that has worked. I have streamed on YouTube, streamed on Twitch, put out consistent content on YouTube, put out consistent content on TikTok. That, I would say, gets a check mark. Can I draw on this? What is it? Okay, goal one. Goal one is a check. I'll put that in post editing. Why not? Would you say that I was able to diversify my content? Would you give me a green thumbs up on that?
When you mean diversify your content, you mean spread it across channels and...
Yeah, not be so heavily reliant upon like TikTok being my only platform.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say I did decent on that. Increase online persona while still doing live? The fuck do I mean by that?
I don't know what you mean, but I think you did it.
I would say I feel like my name got out there more this year than it has in prior years.
You had the 100 Thieves coaches on, you had Andy Miller on.
Well, we'll get to that one. That's a point that I'll touch on later.
Your whole identity is kind of coming into focus, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That, David, you literally mean increase your online while still doing live events.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was thinking like, well, whenever I said live, I was thinking like Twitch. I thought...
Come on, that's extraneous. I'm always right.
That's fair. Welcome, welcome Blue, who is our mid laner, by the way, for low budget LCS, in case you guys do not know.
Where's the 2024 list where I can see winning the LBLCS on the list?
We'll develop the 2024 goals in a minute.
It's not on 2023, which is really telling.
That's fair. In-game, hit Diamond.
I've got a hot take here. I'm counting Emerald because you made this before Emerald existed.
Yeah, but Diamond still remained the same percentage as it was before. So I don't think I'm willing to count that.
To get into Diamond, you have to answer one simple question: How many units worth in Jarvan cover with an EQ plus Flash plus ult? How many Teemos can a Jarvan cover with all summoners?
Not enough.
You had to earn the same amount of LP.
Think about it. You know the answer.
I mean, yeah.
Close your eyes and imagine a Jarvan with EQ, Flash, and ult, and think of how many Teemos that is.
Not enough is the right answer.
He doesn't know. Therein lies the problem, Healy. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how many Teemos between him and the Jarvan.
Next goal for Twitch, 1,000 followers, one big event per month. I failed miserably at that one. I didn't even stream on Twitch for half the year as I swapped over to YouTube, and I don't know, I only had so much time. I was dedicating it a lot to YouTube because, as we'll touch in a minute, YouTube went incredibly well this year, and I felt like doing that would be the best way of doing it. Turns out I was wrong. Also, multi-streaming, like multi-platform streaming coming into play at the end of 2023 was a big help. So while I failed on this, I think it's fine for me to fail because I did so well in a different area. That's alongside that. My goal for the year was YouTube Partner Program. I think my goal for the end of this year is to hit 2,000 followers, which obviously means that we hit that goal. We are in the program. Everything's going well there. We are currently we are 18 subscribers away from hitting 2K this year, which would be massive. We hit over 1 million views. In terms of analytics for this year, excluding like the viral video that I had, which was like New York City reacting to the world's opening ceremony, it was a pretty solid year overall, and I'm seeing increases in viewership of views pretty consistently towards the later portions of the year. It's not much, obviously. You look at my latest content, it's not like it's popping off like significantly more, but our numbers are decently solid, I would say. 72 views today within 8 hours is not bad. That'll hit over 100, and that's without LCS even being on. So like I think that that's solid.
And December is usually the downtime anyways, yeah.
Yeah, so we're building decently well during the off season, which is like a really good benchmark.
Hold on, I got you with the Minecraft YouTuber strat. Did you know that there's a bug going around on YouTube that unsubscribes you? So check that subscribe button. 70% of people aren't subscribed.
Actually, I think it's way more than that. I think it's like 90% of people that watch my content are not subscribed. So whenever he said that, I will have already played a pop tag down below to make sure you subscribe to the channel. TikTok, one recurring series for general League of Legends. I did not technically do this. Like it.
Did your vlogs count? Like walking around?
No, because like, no, that's like different topics on different days. The one thing I will say, like, even though I didn't have an official series that I did on TikTok, I never missed 2 videos a day, and viewership on my videos really took off around Worlds time. It was actually like a really successful 2 months on TikTok. It's the most growth that I've seen in a long time, which once again goes to like, it's going to be an adjustment at the beginning of next year as well, where like international events do so incredibly well on social media, and there's such a significant fall off whenever you go back to just talking about the LCS, which if you get fixated on the numbers and if that's your only focus, I would stop talking about the LCS, but I'm not going to, because I love it and like that's me and who I am. So like that's not changing. The goal for Twitter was to get 4,000 followers. I don't know why I set that for I think I was growing at such a rapid pace when I made these goals last year after Worlds. Like I think I was still on like the post Worlds high of like, yeah, like things are really going to take off. Like I'm going to double everything and I'm going to keep doubling my following forever. And then you realize like, wait a minute, the bigger you get, it's not about like doubling is just obnoxious. So that obviously did not happen. I think I'm at 3,200 followers on Twitter. Yeah, 3,261. The metric that I was using, whether this is fair or not, was always Arsh. I was growing at the same pace as Arsh for a long period of time, as like Neyman kind of rose as well. Healthy competition is always a good thing in my mind. So you always want to have somebody that like you're aspiring to like push yourself harder and like understand social media better. Like even if it's not like a rivalry, like I got nothing against Arsh. Like obviously I talk to him on a consistent basis and he's chill. But like there's that internal rivalry of like if you're growing on social media, you want to grow a little bit like faster and better to a certain extent, but also still keep it organic. That was like, he was the person that I always kept tabs on of like, how am I doing? And I feel like overall, I think that was a positive. Get a featured tweet on the LCS broadcast. That I don't think I ever did this year. I think I got featured on the broadcast twice last year, but nothing this year.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, but hey, that's fine. We got a lot of, I don't know, like a lot of good interactions on Twitter besides just that. Like I had exchanges with LS, Dom, Nadeshot. Like there were a lot of people that like I had conversations with that I think were more positive than just getting like one tweet featured on the broadcast. So I would definitely take those, like even though it's not achieving this goal, I would say I effectively did it. The next one, we actually have to check YouTube because I'm not sure. The goal was to get 10 guests on the Crossover podcast this year.
When you say 10 guests, do you mean like 10 separate podcasts or 10 people?
10 well, I said 10 LCS players, coaches, or personalities as guests. So I guess technically like all of 100 Thieves coaching staff would count as like 4.
And you had Andy Miller, which is 5.
I'm going down. So we had 4 of them. We had Andy Miller, who was 5. I'm going to count. Yeah, it's Jake. Okay, I was second guessing myself. It's Jake. We have 4 for 100 Thieves. Jake, I'm gonna count as 5. Andy Miller. I need to add Andy Miller's podcast on here. I just realized that the episode's not included in the. We had Angie as 6. Kevin Hit as 7. Wait, Jordan.
Respawn. Didn't you have Doc Respawn?
Oh, I did, yeah.
That'd be 8. You were at 7.
Or yeah, okay, so we're at 8. I think I had 8. I don't think I hit 10. That's on. I think that is a failure on my part. I need to be more proactive in reaching out to people and having more consistent guests on. If we're gonna have 52 of these a year, I need to be more diligent on like getting guests to come in, because not only does that help the podcast, but it also changes up the conversation a little bit more than I normally would. So I definitely need to be proactive on that front. So that's a fail. Create a YouTube content piece in collaboration with LCX.org? Technically, yes. Technically, if you count YouTube Shorts.
I mean, it says content piece, so.
Because I helped announce 100 Thieves Summer LCS schedule. Like, that was a video directly in collaboration with 100 Thieves. They asked, or like, you know, I went out, got the footage, did everything there.
I mean, technically, your entire T1 Worlds Party video would count, not for an LCS org, but for.
Oh, true. I didn't even think about that. I mean, that event alone was like, that was the highlight of the year, and that wasn't even on the goal.
Yes, I live on the West Coast, dude. I would have been so down for that.
I know. And then my final one was to visit LA.
You never came out and saw me. I'm pissed about it.
I know. But we weren't able to do it. So now it is time to do this again.
Oh, boy.
It is time for 2024 goal setting.
You still have the base fucking home screen on their public games.
Yep. All right, we're going to separate this into social media goals, social media event planning, and personal. I'm probably going to hit 2,000 by the end of the year. I would say a fair goal with like pushing myself would be 5,000.
Yeah.
5,000 on my main channel, and then 5,000 on my secondary or on my React channel.
React channel.
So happy to announce here and show you all for the first time. I am starting a reaction channel that currently has nothing on it, but I'm gonna do a YouTube video that I'm gonna react to, a album or song that I'm gonna like. Basically, Mondays are gonna be like media Mondays, which is gonna be like YouTube or like something that's, you know, just general media. Movie Wednesdays, which is gonna be either reacting to a movie or a TV series and have that like continue throughout the year. And Friday is going to be music. And notably, I already have the full reaction to Tate McRae's Think Later album up and ready to go for Friday, and I'm prepping a few more later in the week. So the nature of reaction channels is that they do grow fairly quickly. So I think 5,000 is a fair goal to set up for myself. And I get it's React Andy, but at the same time, like, I don't know, if you want to, I feel like expanding my YouTube presence now that I have the capability to do so is going to be very important, like to growing an individual brand. It won't affect any of the other content that I do. It's just going to be supplementary to it. I don't know. I feel like it could be a good thing. Twitter, we're at 3,200 now. I don't know what I was at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna push myself and say 6,000 followers on Twitter.
Ooh, big man.
Just, you know, maybe is that too much, or you think 5,000?
I mean, so you're basically saying you're gonna almost double, which I think is kind of the goal. I mean,
I know it's the goal, but is it realistic? Like, I want this to be possible. I don't want it to be completely unattainable, but I do want it to be a challenge.
I think 6,000 is possible.
Okay, then we'll keep it at 6K. Why not? TikTok, you know what? No, I'm gonna change it to 5 because I think this is gonna be the goal, and then the goal for TikTok is 50K. I'm 3,000 away, which doesn't seem like much, but I only grew like 3,000 this entire year. So the goal is to have another steady growth period like that on TikTok. Hit 50K, so we're hitting 5, 5, and 5 by 2025.
Jesus.
Before the biggest year. Other, like,
Legends 2, baby.
Basically. Oh, there's one other one, Twitch. I don't want to do anything in terms of like following and subscribers. I don't want it to be like that. I just want myself to be consistent. So I'm going to say 12 streams a month, excluding the podcast. So in total, it's 16 streams. That's likely 4 days a week of streaming, even if it's for an hour or two, just something. That is also going to be easier because I'm going to live view every 100 Thieves LCS game I can. And the reason why I say I can is because I'm still going to be having the live watch parties here in New York City. That's going to continue, so I'm going to be busy with that. If I can stream from there, then I will. That'll be great. If not, it is what it is. I think that's fine there. Event planning. Continue bi-weekly LCS watch parties. The goal would be a non-finals event non-finals LCS watch party with 30 people, which means we're continuing to grow. We're making it known for people. I think that's possible. The most I hit last year was like 15. And I don't know how much of that was like weekends, weekdays, but like the goal is to, you know, continue to raise awareness, grow New York City scene, and get 30 people to show up there. Personal goals. I said it last year. I'm going to say it again. Hit diamond. This is the year. It's going to happen. 100%. I want to reach finals of low budget LCS. I think is my other goal.
We're winning the whole. It's coming home, dude. It's
Okay, fine. Hit diamond and win low budget LCS.
How many splits of the LBLCS?
There's
are there
two this year, so I just want to win
year?
one. I think that's fair.
Back to back, dude.
Other personal, I don't think this is gonna be possible, but I would like to travel for a league or Twitch event, whether it's Worlds Finals, whether it's anything else. The thing I will say is if we're lucky enough to get the MasterCard thing, that will happen automatically because Riot, part of it is Riot will fly me out and put me in a hotel for Worlds and for Valorant Champions and to the G2 studios out in Berlin. So if we can land that, that goal's already done. If it's not, then what that means is we have found a sponsor to help make that happen or a team to help make that happen because I cannot pay for anything out of pocket this year. We're saving to possibly try and start a family by the end of the year. Not like have a kid by the end of the year, but like start trying to have a family by the end of the year. So that's where all of my money and savings for content revenue purposes needs to go. So that's primary goal number one there. Is there anything you feel like I'm leaving off the list or not?
Not die to jerk.
That's part of Hit Diamond.
Are you gonna read patch notes this year, or are you just gonna wing
No.
it? And be like, "Ooh."
I'm gonna wing it as always.
Dude. You know what? I'm actually making it a part of those scrim days. This is something I was gonna bring up. Those scrim days should be more than just scrims. It should be a draft prep day. It should be talking like quote unquote through problems of the team or like how we want to play, and like just a meeting day, not just a scrim day.
I mean that's fine. Like when I'll be on.
You go into days and you just go, oh, let's scrim, let's play 3 games. Okay, bye everybody. You get
that's
nothing.
fine. I mean the biggest thing is I will say like I can commit to like one guaranteed day of scrims and one guaranteed day of games. Like anything beyond that, like once I start hitting 3 days a week of something, I'm pushing it. In terms of like guaranteed planning to be there, I can't always do that. That's the only tough part. But like obviously my schedule's sporadic. Like if we're all on, like I can have that, but it's gonna be more difficult to plan. Sometimes I might even just be able to hop in and listen, but not be able to talk because I might be doing something else. The 2 days I can guarantee. 3 days is gonna be tough. Well, tougher, but we'll see. I don't know. You never know how life's gonna take things.
What else? I mean,
let me check the goal from last year.
I don't know what it would be under, but like maybe try and get one piece of merch from each org like sent to you.
Nah, I don't want that. No. That's a very Jake Lucky thing, and it's like I'm not trying to kiss ass with orgs and like have them send me free shit. Like I don't know. When that becomes a motivation, there's a very easy way to do that, in my opinion. And I just feel like that's a very cheap goal to have. And that's a bit of advice to anybody out there that wants free stuff from orgs. It's easier than you think to do. They're always looking to give stuff to people who are like dedicated fans and like willing to wear their stuff and willing to like rep the brand.
I have my C9 jersey with my name on it on right now. That came after they got eliminated from Worlds. Isn't that so cool?
I don't know. Like I just feel like the general theme of 2024 is going to be the same as it is for like general League of Legends, which is steady the ship, build a solid foundation, and then go into whatever's coming in 2025 and hit it hard. Because the end of this year, like the end of 2024 and 2025 with Arcane and everything else, and that's also a reason why like I wanted to get the React channel up and running, is like whenever Arcane comes out, like I'll have a solid base there. I feel like it's just going to be a really important moment, and like 2025 is going to be a big year. And there's so many things up in the air with like the MasterCard thing, with, you know, I tried to get the Elgato stuff as well. Like there's nothing that I can sit here and be like, oh, I want, you know, to do something with 100 Thieves. I've kind of already done something with 100 Thieves. And like, while I would love to do something again, like the bigger priority for me is like getting to a point where like, I don't know if it's selfish or not, but like I want to be able to like be picked up by a team as a content creator. And I want to put myself in that position to be able to do so. In addition to obviously like continuing to grow League of Legends and everything else there. Like I feel like if I can grow myself, I can then in turn grow League of Legends.
So true, bestie.
Is there anything else you think that I'm missing? Because I got to wrap up the stream here in 2 minutes because my friends are about to get here.
Finally do that fucking trivia piece I've been sitting on.
We will do the trivia piece on this week's podcast, I promise. I think that's a pretty good spot to end this on. To those that are watching the YouTube video or watching this post-mortem, let me know in the comments if you think that there's something that I'm missing here. And like, not post-mortem, Jesus.
Hey, yo, if you're a ghost, hit that ghost subscribe button. Drop a ghost follow.
If you are watching this on demand on YouTube. Let me know if you think that I'm either A, underselling certain goals here, that I should be aiming higher, if there's things that you think that I've left off the list. Like, be honest and like critical of like me as a content creator. It's good to hear that feedback consistently from, especially from those who like have a baseline understanding of my content, who I am and what I'm about. It means a lot, and yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Gotta always end every video like that, right?
Yep.